Hello, welcome to our fifth video, calculations using operator blocks. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use operator blocks. It is very crucial that when you use operator blocks, you use them in the correct manner. Down here, please, before you watch the video, make sure that you read through this content here. In computational mathematics, you have learned the order of operations. So we're just going to take an example whereby you have three test marks and you have to get the average. So as you have learned, you need to take the sum of all those three values and divide them by 3. So in mathematics, you'll just do it like that and put brackets. But in Scratch, you will have to use different methods, or you rather have to approach it in a different manner. So I'm just going to go ahead and write a small program to do that. So as you already know, you need an event and you need four variables. So I'm gonna set four variables. Make a variable for the sprite only. I'm gonna call it iMark1. Second one, I'm gonna call it iMark2. Third one, I'm gonna call it iMark3. And obviously I need another variable to store my average, so I'm just going to call it RAVG. Okay, so when I do that, I then go to this and then I ask. So let me just make it a separate block. What is your test mark 1? So I'm going to do that and press space afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to do that and then I'm gonna have to do this, set that to an answer. So in the previous videos, I've showed you guys how to duplicate your script and all that, because I know that the next three questions I'll ask for test mark 2, test mark 3. You see that the code looks almost the same. So I'm just gonna duplicate this, duplicate, and then duplicate for the third one. Then when you duplicate, please make sure that you change your variable. So the first one is for test mark 1, the second one is for test mark 2, and here I need to change it to mark 2 also, and then the third one there I need to put that as 3 and also change it to mark 3. So you see, that was quicker. That's why sometimes you need to use the duplicate method, because you cannot always be retyping the same content over and over. And then I'm gonna go to variables. So I'm now doing my calculation. So in mathematics, you know, in order for you to do this, you'll have to do the sum of all the three values as shown here. You'll take the three values that you have, where 70, 65, and 81 are your mark 1, mark 2, and mark 3. And then once you've added them, you then divide them by 3. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. So unlike in maths, how you do it, in Scratch, what you'll do is you'll start with the division operator first. The reason is, I'm going to show you just now. I know I need to do my operator here. I need to add, I'm just going to make them 2. I know I'll have to add mark 1, right? Plus, okay, mark 2. So I take this one, plug it here, plus mark 3, right? Okay, so let me just zoom in this quickly so you can see. So if you look at this particular block, so you can see clearly here. Let me just zoom it again so you can see. So if you look at this clearly, you can see that mark 2 and mark 3, they've got their own block here. So this is more like brackets. So it's like you're saying I mark 1 brackets I mark 2 plus 3. So which is the same as I mark 1 plus 2 plus 3 without the brackets because of that. But now let me go and then plug the division. So to plug the division, you then grab everything here, you grab everything here, and then you plug it inside there. Now if I drag this, you should see what is happening. Let me increase that. If you look at all this, you see that we've got about, let's see, yeah, I'm just gonna put it like this. If you can see clearly, the first, we've got this one are in sort of like their own block, which we might represent the bracket. And then you see now everything else, you see there's another line here, this line. Everything in here is now divided by that, by whatever value I'm gonna put there. So in this case, by 3. So I'll show you another example afterwards. So always be very careful. You can even see the lines here. The divide by 3, it's a separate calculation. It doesn't have any other enclosing bracket here except for this one. Block, which represents the bracket. You see there's only one line here. So that's one difference when you do it in Maths and in Scratch. So be very, very careful when you do your calculation, especially with the division and multiplication. So I'm just going to come here and say set. So I'm going to set my average to that. So I'm going to run that program. Let me just check the values which I used here. It was 70, 65, and 81. Okay, 70, 65, 81. So I'm just going to enter 70, 65, 81. You see it says the average is 72. So if we go back here, you can see that the average is 72, which is the correct answer. But now I'm going to do it in a way that I'm going to get that 162, which is most likely the mistake that you are most likely to do in the test. So I'm just going to unplug this whole thing, throw it away. So now the number one mistake that you're most likely going to make, so please don't do this in the test. It's if you do this, you say you add your plus, and then you have your plus, and then you plug your division here. And then here you say, variables, you'll say I mark 1, I mark 2, I mark 2, and then I mark 3 here. And then you take this, you plug it here and divide by 3. And then if I divide here by 3, so what I'm basically doing here, let me zoom in so you can see. Now the difference here is this. This is more like saying, okay, fine, I'm gonna take I mark 1 is a separate value, plus, so here, this you can take this more like your brackets. So plus I mark 2 plus another bracket inside there, so which means only I mark 3 is divided by that 3 there. So let me take it and plug it here so you can see. So always make sure of this lines, you can take them as your brackets to guide you where what is divided by what or what is added by what. So I'm just gonna make this a bit smaller and then run it. You'll see what we get. Previously we got 72, which was the correct value. So I'm just gonna still test with 70, 65, and 81. So I'm gonna test again 70, 65, 81. So you see I'm getting 162, which is the same as this. You see, it's simply because that division there, you see 81 divided by 3, it's what's happening here. It is what is happening here. You see there's like a smaller bracket. Let me zoom in. It's like a smaller bracket here. So only this I mark 3 is divided by 3. So this division will happen first. Once it's done, it will add I mark 2. Once it's done, because this looks like another bracket, it will then go and add I mark 1. So please be very, very, very careful when you do calculations with your division or multiplication or any other calculation that you would put brackets in mathematics. Right, so let's see. So yeah, be very careful. I'm just going to decrease this and then write the correct format again. and show you the correct format again. So the correct format says you take your last operation, or what you need to happen first. So in this case, it's the division which is going to happen first. So I put the division there. Then I know after the division, I need to do the addition. So I'm just going to plug the addition and plug another addition. So now I can go and add my variables. So let me just show you guys again here. See, it's like I have these two values inside brackets plus this one, but then you see there's a line here which shows everything in here will then be divided by that. So I'm gonna come here and say iMark1 plus iMark2 plus iMark3. So take note that every time when I drop, you see that the way I'm actually gonna drop this particular block, you'll see it becomes a bit highlighted. See, it's got an outlaying white border of some sort. You see that? Okay. So I'm gonna decrease this, and then I'm gonna go and plug. And when I move from this side. If we move from that side, you're gonna move only that. So I move from this side, I take it and plug it there. So now let's run it again. 70, 65, and 81. 70, 65, and 81. Sorry. Oh, it's simply because it doesn't have a value. That's why it's saying infinity. So it should be 3 here. So I'm gonna run it. 70, 65, 81. So you see I've got 72. So you can try with as many values as possible. I can try with 50, and then sorry, I can try with 50, 60, and 40. I should get an average of, oh, it's 59, 60, and 40, sorry, which will give you an average of 53. And then if you try with 50, 40, and 60, that should give an average of 50. So you can run it as many times as you want, and to confirm if your answers are correct, you can always use your calculator, because the very same answer you should get on a calculator should be the very same answer you are getting here. If you are calculating an average, for instance, for 40, 50, and 60, and it's not giving you a 50, it's giving you a different value on here, but on a calculator you get a different value. That means that you need to go and fix your order of precedence here, how you've actually made your calculations. Thank you.